Race fans, welcome to the pits of the Ogilvie Raceway. We'll be bringing you some driver interviews with Super Stocks on this Tom Storz Memorial Race Night. Big night for the Storz family, along with the big prizes for the Super Stocks and the Como Modified Series in action here tonight at the Big O. Stay tuned for the Tom Storz Memorial feature race in its entirety.
Set to go. Working on lap number 1 here for the third time around in the Midwest Modified feature. The green's out. The leader at the end of 1 is Steve Rule in 50 plus. The 825 of Alan Gessel Jr. is second. Super Stock feature coming up next, the Tom Storz Memorial. White flag set to fly. This time the white flag out for Rule in 50 plus. Then it's the Martini brothers, Eric and Bud, the 24 and 42. White flag out last time around the track. Steve Rule, your race leader in the 50 plus car. Exiting turn 4, looking to take the checkers. He is your race winner. Bud Martini finishes second in 42, third to Eric in 24, and fourth is Ryan Bowers in 199D.
Well, good evening, race fans, live from the pits of Ogilvie Raceway tonight here on this Tom Storz Memorial Night, here with J.B. Storz in the J.B. Storz pit area, along with the rest of the family here tonight. It's got to be a big night for Storz Racing tonight.
Yeah, it's been a pretty big deal here, and my brother, this is the first time that he'll be back out in about 5 or 6 years, so it's kind of nice to have the whole family together and down here. And we've had, I think, 25 or 30 companies come on board to help us out to put this deal together for the Super Stocks and get a good purse for the guys, and should be a neat event.
How many Super Stocks do you think might be here tonight? I know there's quite a few already.
I think we'll be pretty happy if we get around 30 cars for this deal.
Be a big event here tonight, obviously at Ogilvie Raceway, along with the Como Modified show. But Tom Storz meant a lot to the racing family. I had a chance to meet him a few times on occasion, and a guy that meant a lot to a lot of people and may not even realize that. What does it mean to JB?
You know, he was dad. You know, at home you did what you did, and at the racetrack he taught to a bunch of people, had a lot of good friends, and you know, Dad was always really good about just remembering that, you know, we do this for fun. And a lot of people sometimes here, I think, forget that, you know, we always started racing for fun, and some people forget that. So it's a good deal, and I just hope everybody has a good time with it. So
will be a good time. It's a family event, family atmosphere as always here at Ogilvie, and the Storz family tonight is going to bump it up just a notch here tonight as far as family goes. And I know the family of racing, Storz has meant a lot to that family, and it's going to be a really big night, and it's nice to be a part of it. So,
well,
any other comments?
No, just like to say thanks to all the people that helped us put it together. So, should be by far a good event, and we'll see if it continues on in the future.
One more question: are we going to see you in a Super tonight?
Nope. I had offers from multiple people, and I appreciated it. It was just wasn't my deal. I want to win with the modified.
All right, run the tires office. Good luck.
Thank you.
You bet.
On the 68X car of Noah Olson out of Isani to the outside from Anoka. That's Queen Vuzitsky, 37X. Dylan Jones from Mora inside row 2. In 94 to the outside, Dana Voigt from Waite Park in 43. Row number 3, Dexter Robine in 31 and Levi Voss in 08 as the green flies. Mike Bromwich in the 2 car tonight. Dylan Troop in 68 in the Crazy 8. Lane Roberts from Wilmer. Green flag is out. 8 laps the distance tonight in the Hornet feature. Vuzitsky in the 37X. That's Queen Vuzitsky, your leader at the end of 1 lap. The battle for second. Voigt in 43, 94 of Jones down to the inside, moving into second. Putting Voigt in the 43 car in third. Side by side, the 31 of Robine with Olson in 68X. They're battling for fourth. Not much change in the top 3 as the white flag comes out last time around the track. 37X of Buzitsky in second. The 31 of Robine currently in third. Last time around the track in the Hornet feature, up next will be the Modifieds. Checkered flag out. Dylan Jones, your winner in 94, finishing second. Buzitsky in 37X. Third goes to the 31 of Robine. And rounding out the top four, Dana Voigt in car 43.
From the pits here tonight on the Como Modified Series, we're with one of the Como sponsored drivers in the Super Stocks, Mike Belfi. Mike, welcome to the Ogilvie Raceway. Tell us a little bit about your racing program.
Well, thanks, Randy. We're glad to be here. It's our first trip down here this year. We usually stay home at Superior and Proctor and hit them tracks. And we went up to Hibbing a couple weeks back for the Governor's Cup and had a good weekend up there. And then glad to come down here. I really like running this place. I'd like to come down here more often, but with the price of gas, it makes it tough.
It does make it tough, definitely traveling. Everybody's talking about the word budgets, and it's kind of the word out there. Other than rain this year, how has that affected your program this year, the rainouts?
We've had quite a few. You know, it seemed like in early July there's a lot of rainouts, late June too. It seemed like every other week we were getting rained out or washed the whole weekend, and it kind of screws up the tracks too. It makes it hard to prepare them right, and I've been fighting that back at home a little bit, but everything's come along. I think with August here and September, I think we'll be sitting pretty good. Tracks come along. Everybody gets their stuff working better and makes for some better racing.
Now, the Belfi family is known for racing, especially around the Twin Ports area for sure. And you get down here occasionally to run some of the other tracks. The other tracks you run at, what one seems to be a favorite of yours?
Years past, it's always been Superior. I love running that place. You know, it seems like it cleans off and it's nice and slick, but yet you still got some speeds there, and you can run 3-4 wide if you wanted to. That's always been a favorite of mine. This place here is awesome. You know, it seems like you're always treated well. The track's always prepared well. Other than that, them are probably my favorite too.
One last question. You're in a super stock right now. Where do you see your racing program, say, 5 years from now?
I'd love to get into a mod or even a late model, but the price is so sky high. You know, even this class here, the price is just out of hand with the cost of parts and keeping up on tires and everything else. It's very expensive, and without a lot of people behind you helping you out, you couldn't even run these classes anymore. So, like I said, I'd like to move up, but we'll have to keep going with what we can afford now and see what happens.
Como is one of your sponsors. Do you have any other sponsors you'd like to give recognition to right now?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank Budweiser. They've been with me the longest on the car. I think they've been with me for 11 years now. Then we got Tim's Automotive Machine on board this year, and my brother with Accurate Auto Repair, and University Liquors. Minnesota Coaches has been on there a long time, and Moon's Auto Service, Country Lanes, Village Lanes. Boy, who are we forgetting? Well, Monster Energy's on there too. You can't forget them guys. So there's a lot of people on board, and I mean, I couldn't do it without them.
Well, there you have it, race fans, live from the pits at the Big O. Mike Belfi in the 21 Super Stock. We'll see him out on the track a little bit later. Mike, welcome to the Big O.
Right, thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Kane and Nelson, here come the Modifieds. It's showtime! Comes the green Dave Kane, gonna jump to the race lead. He'll slide by Daryl Nelson here. He'll lead down the back straightaway to be Kane, then Nelson. The battle for third quickly on. Here comes the 5X. Scott Danzigen down the back straightaway. He gonna get a work on a 31T of Trent Fulmer. Dan Ebert with a problem already in 60. Kane of the year race leader down the back straightaway. It'll be Kane, Nelson, Van Ziesen, and it's Trent Fulmer, Jody Belfi sitting in the top 5. Rick Wilbord 6th. The battle for 7th, a good one. Al Uten and Brent Larson door to door. 9th spot right now is Mike Anderson in the 57, and the battle for 10th is good. Sid Hartz, Jeff Spacek in 22. Here we go, green-white checkered for your race leader, Dave Kane. He will come to the cone this time by 2 to go for Kane in 2. Down the back straight away, Ryan Aho and Trent Fulmer in a battle here for the
the 7th spot. Down the back straightaway, the white flag will fly. One more chip here for Kane. Can Scott Dan Ziesen put some pressure on him down the back straightaway? One to go for Kane in 2C. Down the back straightaway, your final trip here. Into turn number 3 for the final time here down the back straightaway. Into 3 out of 4, your $2,500 Subway A main winner, Dave Kane in 2C.
Live from the pits at Ogilvie Raceway, we're talking with Super Stock driver Joel Collins. He drives the 21X Super Stock. Joel, tell us a little bit about your racing program.
Well, we just, try and run some local stuff, and we don't, there's a lot of guys that hit it a lot harder than we do, spend a lot more time and money at it, but we do it more for fun than anything else, and I don't know, so far it's still fun.
You hit a very important word, fun. If it wasn't fun, there's a lot of us that probably wouldn't be doing what we do. If you want to take an opportunity, just tell us about your sponsors here. They're really important.
Well, we really got 2 big ones. Cale Berry owns Waconia Chiropractic, and he helps us out quite a bit. And then my mom owns most of the rest of it there with Solo Auto Works. So without them, we wouldn't be doing it. Just real fortunate to have people behind me that are willing to help out financially.
So tell us how long you've been at the racing program, driving Super Stocks, and maybe give us what was your biggest or best accomplishment you can remember.
Well, I guess my first win is probably my biggest accomplishment. Had to pass Dave Moss to do it, so I don't know. I guess I'll take that. I don't know. We've been running Super Stocks. I think we bought our first one in 2001, and we were pretty bad at it for a lot of years until we, got enough good parts together to, actually be semi-competitive. And I don't know. We haven't been racing as much now, and we're not as fast as we used to be, but it's still we're doing it for fun now more than anything else.
Where do you see your program maybe 5 years from now?
Oh, I'll probably still be driving the same car, hopefully with a new body on it, and we'll just be running around the local stuff here. We don't do a lot of midweek stuff. We're up here for the Storts family tonight, and it's I think a pretty important deal. So, it's just running around having fun.
You mentioned the word family, and it's come up a couple times here in our discussion quickly. And there's family, then there's racing family, and they kind of mix occasionally. And you mentioned it with your sponsors.
Yeah,
it's really important.
Yeah, Cale Berry there, we grew up drilling over the same toys. I've known him for 35 years, and my mom's pretty big race fan, and she's really the reason why we're doing this, I guess. And it's you race around with these guys long enough, and it's like you say, one big family. So
it is a lot of fun, and I sure appreciate you talking about that here and taking the time to be on behind the mic here a little bit. It's a little different for a lot of us, but
yeah.
Joel, good luck in the future and here tonight, especially at the Storts Memorial.
All right, thanks. We drew a big number, but we'll see what we can get. We'll see what we can accomplish.
All right, there you have it. Joel Collins in the pits.
All right, race fans, we're set to go 20 laps the distance in the Super Stocks. Row number 1 is Jeff Tardy in 67 and Cale Berry in 22. Looking for the green. We got it. At the end of 1, we're around the track. Out of 4, Cale Berry 22 is the leader. 46 of Dustin Nelson slowing down inside of turn 4. Looks like Nelson's pulling it into the infield. The 46 car out of Ogilvie, Dustin Nelson. 22 of Berry is your race leader. 21 of Dave Reed sitting in the 2nd spot. Back to the 3rd place car, 67 of Jeff Tardy. The 2 of Dave Moss working his way up the field into 4th position. The 2 car, the 2009 and 10 national champion in Wissota. Dave Reed going to work on the 22 of Berry for the race lead. Berry holds him off at the stand. Berry, your race leader, the 22 car. Down to the hub, 67 of Tardy, trying to go to work in that 2nd position. Dave Reed, the 21 car, is in 2nd. Dan Gullickson, the 00X car, in 5th, and we go to Taman in 71X. Schilling in the 43, and we got a battle shaping up. That's Belfi in 21. Eichen's in the 9 car, back to the 17 of Loomis. 30 is Kevin Burdick. 22 of Barry is your leader. 21 of Reed, right behind him now, working the way up into the middle cushion area of turn number 2. He is in 2nd. 67 of Tardy in 3rd. Moss still in 4th in the 2 car. Keep your eyes on that 2 car of Moss. .22 of Barry, now the 21 of Reed slipping down to the inside, taking over the race lead at the flag stand. Dave Reed in 21, 67 of Tardy following suit up into 2nd, putting Barry 3rd in 22. Moss sitting in the 4th position in the 2 car. Then it's the 00X of Dan Gullickson, 71X of Corey Taman right behind him, and 43 of Schilling. After the Super Stock feature, it will be the Hornets. They'll be up next. 21 of Dave Reed is your race leader, pulling out ahead by 4 car lengths over Jeff Tardy in the 67. 22 of Barry in 3rd. Moss in the 2 in 4th. Flags are crossed. We're halfway. Ten in the books, 10 to go. 20 laps is the distance for Dave Reed in 21, your race leader in turn 4. Moss going to work on Barry for that 3rd position. Dave in the white number 2, side by side now with Barry in the 22 car as they exit turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Tom Stewart's Memorial Super Stock feature. Dave Reed is your race leader. Originally billed as $1,000 to win tonight for the winner, Dave Reed. Currently your race leader, the 21 car out of Brainerd, 67 of Jeff Tardy in 2nd. Dave Moss is 3rd in the 2 car, 22 of Cale Berry in 4th. Back to the 5th place car, 00X of Dan Gullickson. Well past the halfway point of the 20-lap feature here tonight. Hornets are up next. .21 of Dave Reed is your race leader, headed down the back straight away. It's ahead by 5 car lengths over Tardy in 67. Not much change in the top 5 or 6 drivers here in the Super Stock feature. Tonight's Tom Stewart's Memorial taking the green, flying with 2 to go. 2 more times around the track for Dave Reed, your race leader in 21. White flag set to fly one more time around the 3/8 mile oval for Dave Reed. He is your leader in 21. Last chance for Tardy in the 67 car to reel in the race leader. Last time into turn number 3. Checkered flag coming out, taking the win, Dave Reed in 21. 67 out Tardy in second. Third goes to Moss in 2. Rounding out the top 4, that will be Cale Berry in 22. Dave Reed in the 21 car out of Brainerd, Minnesota, taking the checkers tonight in the Tom Storts Memorial Race.
Big race night here at the Ogilvie Raceway with the Como Modified Series and the big race of the night, the Tom Storts Memorial. I want to thank the Storts family for putting that program together here tonight at the Ogilvie Raceway, and for all that the Storts have meant, especially Tom, throughout the years of racing here in central Minnesota. That'll do it for tonight. This is RJ at the Speedway. Good night. We'll see you next week.